So I was reminded recently by YouTube, as they tend to do, that I've got 4 years under my belt here, and I know it doesn't seem like I have a lot to show for it when you look out on the outside, but 2,400 subscribers, which we just hit, that's a pretty big mark for me. It may not seem like a big mark to you, but yeah, I'm not a big channel, but I do appreciate each and every one of you. That said, it has been a pretty hard 4 years, YouTube-wise, because, well, it's hard to get traction anymore, and you know, so I appreciate any views. Anyone watching, I just want to say how much I appreciate it. So now that this truck is done, this has been kind of a long-term project, which I have that was never my goal with the channel. It was mostly like short-term projects, or if I found a good revival I liked, a good potential revival, then I would take it on. And this was going to be a revival, and it just turned into a complete rebuild. So I'm not ready to do one of these again yet. I would try to maybe like to do some revivals and truly get some cars back on the road, not necessarily like some YouTubers do them, where they buy a car that it can't really be truly revived because it doesn't have a title or something, and it just ends up in their back 40 to sit again and deteriorate again. That's not my goal, never has been with the channel, and I don't really want to revive anything that's truly not going to stay revived and go to somebody who can use it, drive it, or fully restore it. That being said, it's hard to find those projects, you know, at a reasonable cost. I don't have a lot of money, so investing in these projects and everything just so I can video them solely is not, again, not my goal. If I'm going to invest in a project, I want it to be something that, you know, I can get behind, either emotionally or even make a profit from. I'm going to throw it out there. Sometimes that is my goal on these things, but you have to, because you got to make money somehow. I am in need of projects, so if anybody within reasonable driving distance of the Jacksonville, Florida area has anything that they'd like to see revived for a reasonable price, I would prefer that it has a title or something, or some way I can get a title for it so that you can truly get back on the road. If it requires a title, I can, you know, if you got a tractor or something, hit me up, but it should be reasonable cost and, you know, at least revivable. You know, something that's missing the entire drivetrain or something, that's, you know, it's probably a bit much for what we're looking at right now, but ideally I would like to stick with, you know, interesting projects that people would like to see. You know, as much as reviving a 1995 Honda Accord might make a couple $100 or something, but do people really want to see that? Probably not. So if you have a project, I'm putting it out there, hit me up. I'll put the email down there, tradecraftspecialties@gmail.com. It's also in the description of all my videos, all that stuff, and a link to my website where contact information is also there. If you have anything, let's talk. What do you get out of it? Well, you'll get some money for your project, hopefully enough to make you happy, I don't know, and you'll get to see it either revived or get the assurance that it's hopefully going to be back on the road, because I don't have room to store junk. So there's a good chance that it's going to be set up to run once again. So if you have one of those, I'm looking, hit me up. It's really hard to find good projects that, you know, are actually revivable. Just putting it out there. I want to say again, thank you to all who watch. Thank you to everyone who watched this project and the other projects I do. We'll have a little bit shakedown and stuff on this truck coming up, but hopefully this is done for a little while if you're bored of it. We're gonna have some other little quick projects, and we got the boat. Gotta do the boat. Every YouTuber has to do a boat. I know it's just a hole in the water into which you throw money, but you know, I feel like it's something I needed to do. Anyway, I know I promised the Kawasaki motorcycle was coming up. I have not been able to get information on getting a title for that thing yet, so I haven't put any time or money into it yet. That may be coming up, yes or no, I don't know. Again, the revival thing, you know, there's no point putting it back on the road or making a video of it if you don't have a title and it's not truly going to stay on the road. So from that perspective, you know, it's rough. We'll do what we can do coming up, and if you have a reasonably priced project, my budget is like less than $2,000 right now, in case you're wondering. And I know that doesn't buy you a whole lot in today's market, but it doesn't have to be great. It just has to be something that can get going with a lot of elbow grease. So let's see what's out there. Basically, I've been scouring Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist for a long time, and well, it's hard to get anybody to even get back to you. So let's see what we can do, is what I'm saying. And got some maybe interesting, maybe boring things coming up over the next couple weeks here. I'm trying to stick with the weekly release schedule. When I started the channel, I did not. I was like on a bi-weekly maybe, and well, this last year with this project and some other things, I've been just cranking out videos a week, every week, and it's a little exhausting, but I'm going to try to stick with that for the time being. I don't know, we might fall back to a bi-weekly schedule, but I would like to focus more on YouTube. It's something I enjoy doing, and I would like to try to make it more enjoyable for people. I know watching me might not be enjoyable, but I would like to try to make it more interesting. Anyway, I've got a lot to learn, and I'm sure we all do. Anyway, if you got any projects, hit me up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who watched the past 4 years. Hopefully this coming year is going to be even better. And feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I always appreciate that. I cannot repeat enough how much I appreciate that. It helps the channel grow, and I do watch my analytics like a hawk because, you know, I have wanted this channel to succeed from the beginning. So, I cannot say it enough. Thank you for watching.